I may be a little bit crazy, but I really think that this is the best that we have felt going into a Philadelphia game. I really didn't feel like we had a good enough team back years ago to go into a Philadelphia game. We've won 2 out of the last 3, and I feel good.
Well, they lost their first game this season in Philadelphia 31-7, but despite that loss on Monday night, Johnson said it was a problem with turnovers. They moved the ball well. That gave him confidence. Roger Ruzek, who sprained an ankle on an extra point when hit late last week in New Orleans, will kick off, and Kelvin Martin is the deep man. 3-0, Philly. That one takes a high bounce, and Kelvin Martin has it for 13. Got some room, tackle from behind. Scott Kowalkowski got him. But he still removes it to the 47-yard line. Make it to 46.
They call him Kmart, and Kelvin Martin is really an Eagle killer. He has had outstanding games against Philadelphia, not only returning kicks but receiving. This big hop really kind of froze the Eagles, and it's a touchdown-saving tackle from behind by Kowalkowski, where Martin is gone. Watch the wedge open up to the right side here. Vincent Smith and Clayton Holmes are going to get big blocks. There's Holmes.
And the ball is down at the 46 after the 40-yard return. Joe Avizano, the special teams coach. Special teams, usually a prominent part of the Cowboys. They have been somewhat inconsistent this year, but on the first opportunity, Kelvin Martin makes a big play.
They've been inconsistent because of injuries. Johnson told us that the injuries that the Cowboys have suffered this year have impacted his special teams performance more than anything.
Cowboys will have Troy Aikman at quarterback. He started all 16 games this year, and this is his first career start. Recall that last year he was injured and Steve Berline was a starter. It's Tuanay and Newton, Stepnoski, Giesick, Eric Williams, and Novacek. Smith, Johnston, Michael Irvin, and Alvin Harper in the backfield and wide receivers. And it's coordinated by that man, Norv Turner, the offensive coordinator of the Cowboys, who came here from the Rams last year.
And Norv is a former teammate of mine at the University of Oregon.
Go Ducks.
Go Ducks, and learned a lot of offense from Ernie Zampese with the Rams. And has come down here and turned Troy Aikman and this offensive program around.
First down and 10, and there had been a time called on the field. Now we're ready to go. That was an official timeout, by the way, not charged to either team. 24-17. The last time the Cowboys had a playoff game at home. That was at the end of the 83 season. Aikman will throw on first down. Johnston, it's too high and behind him. Reggie White limited to 2 tackles the last time these two teams met, and the man he's up against, Eric Williams, was voted Offensive Player of the Week. You don't think he's heard a little bit about that?
Yeah, really.
Harmon, Golick, and Simmons complete the front 4. Joyner, Evans, and Thomas, the linebackers. And the secondary, Mark McMillan, Allen, Miano, and Booty. And there is Bud Carson, the outstanding defensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles. 2nd and 10, Novacek in motion. Emmett Smith gets a couple.
One thing we'll see from Dallas is a very conservative game plan by Norv Turner and Jimmy Johnson. They know that this defense of the Eagles has the ability to make a lot of turnovers, create those turnovers, and Johnson doesn't want to help him any. He said, in fact, yesterday, he's got to be willing to, if things start to go bad, to pull back and just run the ball and punt it, and not put his defense in bad position.
3rd down and 9. Eagles show a blitz. They're not coming. Aikman, with time, goes right for Novacek. Big catch. That's enough to move the chain. Well, he's an all-pro starter again this year, and he slumped horribly at the middle of the season. Matter of fact, the last game these two teams played, Novacek dropped a couple.
Number 84 is Novacek going against 59, Seth Joyner. I think Joyner has interception on his mind as he cuts inside looking for the pick. but that was a perfect throw by Aikman, high to the outside, taking advantage of Novacek's height at 6 feet 4 inches tall.
Troy Aikman said that Jay Novacek has to have a big day today if the Cowboys are to win, and he expects him to do so, because he thinks the Eagles will key on Emmitt Smith and stop him, as they did on that play.
And he wants Jay to get loose on first and second down and a lot of those short intermediate routes the Cowboys like to run so much. But it was kind of unusual to hear Aikman say, when I asked him who has to play well for you, just give me one guy. He says, without a doubt, it's got to be Novacek.
His second choice might surprise you a little bit.
It might. He said it would be Kelvin Martin in third down situations because he realizes that the Eagles are going to be looking for Irvin and for Emmitt Smith.
Second down and 9, 3-0. Philadelphia leads it. Aikman, straight drop, not much pressure. Goes deep and misfires. Novacek, who is open with Byron Evans covering him. And it will be 3rd and 9.
And everybody that plays the Eagles, they want to run right in this triangle here because of guys like Simmons and Reggie White and Seth Joyner. So if they're going to have any success, they've got to move Golick and Harmon out of the way. But this man, Byron Evans, he leads the team in tackles with over 150. It's a lot of action right in that triangle.
Reggie White finds his spot, 5:39 to go, 3rd and 9. We're in the first quarter of play. Trap play, Emmitt Smith. Perfect call by Norval Turner. A gain of 16 up the middle.
Up the middle's the key, Vern, right in that little triangle we're talking about. Mark Stepnoski's going to the Pro Bowl. He's our center. Watch him push Reggie White right out of the hole. And it's just a huge gaping hole for Emmitt Smith. He takes the ball inside the 20. Reggie thinking pass all the way. Perfect call by Turner and company.
Gain of 16 and a first down at the 17-yard line. Under 5 minutes remaining. First quarter, 3-0 Philadelphia. This is Michael Irvin in motion. And again, Aikman will throw it. Or scramble. Down to the 11. Tackle is made by Seth Joyner. And a gain of 6.
When the Cowboys get down in this area, they take care of business. 56 times they've been here. Got 30 touchdowns and 16 field goals. But they're going against the Eagles. And Reggie White told us yesterday, this is where that defense really gets tough. They are very defensive about guarding that end zone. They don't mind a team coming away with a field goal, but they don't want to give up that touchdown.
Second down and 4. Draw play again. And Emmitt Smith stutters up the middle and may have moved it enough to also move the chain. It's a gain of 6.
Emmitt Smith hasn't missed a game in his career with the Cowboys because he avoids the big hit. Probably better than any running back I've ever seen, and he's very conscious about it. Watch as he just bobs and weaves in this hole, sliding and always going forward. Keeps his head and shoulders low, and defensive guys never get a clean head-on shot on Emmitt Smith.
18 rushing touchdowns this year. That set a Cowboy club record. It's 1st and goal at the 5. Eric Cannell in motion. They hand it to Smith. And he is popped by Eric Allen and John Booty as he's tackled also by Byron Evans at the 2-yard line.
And just to punctuate the point that Reggie made about guarding that defense, that end zone, they've only given up 4 rushing touchdowns all year. One of those came last week against the Saints. And that's why Byron Evans coming over, mirroring the halfback Smith and making a big hit.
Second and goal from the 3. 2:45 to go, first quarter. Mark Stepnoski over the ball. Backs in the eye. Cannell in motion. Run blitz. Flags all over the place. And here's Tom White.
Offside. Number 92 defense. Acquisition for the goal.
Reggie White is offside.
Here's Reggie all the way to the outside here. They're all jumping. They could have called about 3 or 4 Eagles on that jailbreak that time.
Kevin Gogan has come in, and that's normal in goal line. Easy for me to say. Goal line is short yardage situations, number 66. Second down, 3-0 Philadelphia with 2:10 to go. Opening quarter of play. Play action into the end zone. Derek Tennell, a one-time teammate of Aikman's at UCLA, and just signed after the regular season concluded. He's not even being paid by the Cowboys. His contract stipulates he gets paid the playoff bonus check for as long as the Cowboys last.
But he knows that Cowboy tradition of taking that football and putting it on your mantle at home. Don't let anybody have that one.
Lynn Elliott's extra point is up and good.
Tennell just signed on December 29th, wide open in the corner of the end zone. The Cowboys answer the Eagles with a touchdown of their own.